Good morning, everybody. I am on my way to go work on the electric fence some more. I'm getting that all ready. So today I have come equipped for any wild animal that it's in my vicinity. I got a bear horn because a noise is one of your main things that are going to deter animals and stuff. And I also have a little bell that I'm wearing that will alert any animals in the area I am there. And, so you don't startle them, because, animal will attack if it's startled, And, so I got that, and I'm wearing that. I got a bear horn, and so I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to let the horses out while I'm down there. And that's another safety measure I'm going to do, is letting the horses out while I'm down there, so we're all going to be in like the same area. I'll have more eyes and ears on the lookout for anything. I'll have Evie, my dog, with me. She's another pair of eyes and ears, and she also has a bell on. So we should be pretty safe down there. If there is anything, we should scare it out. So about a month and a half, couple months ago, I did hear a strange call down, and there's a cliff here, down in that area. And I'm thinking it was probably a cougar call, because where I saw the cougar the other day, it was just up there. So, that's real nice habitat down there for one. You guys ready? Come on. Come on. Like a boy. Boys, run. Come on, Cracker. Come on. So what we decided to do was to try to replace the existing wire first before we did anything else, and to bump it down to 2 wires instead of 3. This is just an inner paddock fence, so it doesn't really need 3 wires. And there's 4 strands up there. That's just mostly to keep your smaller animals away, but we don't need that. We have horses. So I'm going to bump this down to 2 strands, so that should definitely help on the drag of the box. And this wire is old, and it is coated in green algae, and I do have noticed a couple spots down there where it's frayed, where it's kind of been cut and broken, and it's like hanging on by, a couple threads basically. So that's probably a big issue. So I'm going to start removing this old stuff and start replacing it with new electric tape. So this is a portion of that old fence, and you can tell it's all gunked up, and it's definitely has some frayed areas. I don't know if the camera will focus on that, but definitely has some frayed areas. And so I'm going to replace this little section and keep going. A whole new roll of tape. I'm going to remove the rest of this fence and put on the poly tape insulators. We have the wire insulators on right now, They work for poly tape, but it's not the best thing for poly tape because it squishes them, and eventually the metal wires will break in the areas that are squished. How green and icky that is. Now I'm gonna go up there, just continue on, taking the new stuff up there and hook it up to that top post. This is the last little stretch of my journey for this wire here. You know, I really need to think about investing in some cargo pants, because these pants, they don't quite have enough pockets for me for all this fencing work. I'll tell you that. There is like an empty bird's nest in this little tiny tree. Look at that. That's so cool. So this is what I'm doing here. So I installed just one upper wire, and then I think I'm going to install a second lower wire. And by installing them separately, I can leave these other wires here to make the fence look stronger, so there's less pressure on it, so to speak. And then I'll just have two of them hot. That's really all you need, because when the horse touches one, it's going to think all of them are hot. I'm going to attach the hot line jumper to this guy, and then I'm going to turn it on and see if it's hot all the way down. It's between 1,000 and 3,000 volts up here. So I noticed an issue on the lower property line, so I went and checked it out, and it was shorting out because a piece of the fence, because it was tied in a knot to connect it, was touching a T-post, so it was completely shorting everything out. So I kind of adjusted that so it didn't touch the T-post, and now I got 7,000 volts on this wire. And if I take this off, I have a strong 5,000 volts on this wire. I have a very faint 7,000 volts on this wire. But the funny thing is this is still the old wire on this gate thing here. I'm going to connect it. That dropped it down to only 1,000 volts. So that lets me know that the old wire definitely needed replaced, because this is all old wire system here. And that means it's also shorting out somewhere up yonder. So this is what I'm looking at here. So this wire goes down to that corner post in that gate. And so far, that top new line I just put in has a good 5,000 volts on it, a faint 7,000, so it's hot, it's very hot. But it loses it when I connect it to this upper one. So I'm looking here. He has, so it's going two different ways here. It's going that way, then it's connected and going down this fence. Well, hello, Mr. Firecracker, how you doing? And so, and that is also, this fence is also got a jump line to back over there. So I'm thinking all these wires are putting a big draw on that fence. So I think I need to redo this here, make it proper. If I take this system, which is going to our round pin area, if I take that system completely off, just focusing on putting it on this system. I think that'll work good for me. And I can try, because all the wire in the round pin is down and completely needs to be redone. So it's probably taken a big drain out of it. But I can put the round pin on our solar box, because we have a solar electric box right there. Basically, we just need a hot wire around the top of the round pin, because the horses like to try to reach over and get the grass and push the fence down. So we just have a hot wire over around the top of it to keep them from doing that. And that's all that we really use it for. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to separate the round pin from the field. So that means I will need to redo this joining here. So I'm going to go back up that hill again for like the 10th time and turn the fence off so I can do that. So I got that top wire disconnected from the round pin, and this is the wire that I'm going to connect it to. I think I'm going to leave this wire because it's in pretty good condition. I'm going to undo all this old wire here. So I'm having to put a knot in this one because I don't have the proper gate handle to connect a splicer to. Okay, this is an all-enclosed gate handle. I need one with a hook on it to put a correct splicer on it. But this will do for now, until I get things all situated. I just need to clear off all these blackberries that decided to grow over it. I killed the blackberries, but I still gotta get them off there. And then the other thing I'm noticing is this. This would be the top line of that wire. This one is still connected to the round pin, so I'm gonna have to, I think, end it there. End that wire there. And kind of redo this system. He has it going into the round pin, that wire. This bottom wire, I think, was going, I'm hooked to a blackberry, was going over the gate, big over the gate, to this little portion of fence here. So I think that one's connected to the bottom wire. Or the other option is, I redo that, make a fence ending here, put a single strand wire across here, kind of go around this tree, and hook it up to here. And redo this a little bit, hook this up, because this I can hook directly into going over the line there. I kind of think that's a better option now than what he had it back then. I got it strung up, so the top line, I got a splice there connecting some new wire here. I got it. I'm gonna have to put another thing right here because that's touching the tree. I'm gonna screw in another thing there, and then it's split right here. One thing ends there, and then it goes up. So I did it. I got a steady 1,000 volts on this over here. I'm very happy about it. So I got this area too that might be affecting it as well. But I am very happy I got the electric fence at least on enough to keep the horses off of it. I got the upper portion, upper wire all fixed. So I'm gonna call it a day because I'm tired. I've been up and down that steep hill I don't know how many times. It's 2 o'clock right now. I know we have an errand in town to run, and you know, a Dairy Queen blizzard sounds really good right now. I mean, it's a warm day. I've been up and down a hill a lot of times. I think I deserve a Dairy Queen. But I am very happy that I got the first strand lit and pretty much fixed, except for a few minor things here. Some brush cleaning up and stuff I think will solve the problem, and I gotta cut some tails off the splices and all that kind of stuff. Then I think we'll be golden. And then I can work on that second line down here. And I'm thinking this box should do the trick. I mean, it has a lot of vegetation pull on it right now, and I'm still getting 1,000 volts down here, so I think we're good there. And yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm proud that I figured this out today. I am tired, but I am proud. I'm gonna go grab the quad that I left down here, and I'm gonna open up the gate again to let the horse in, because one horse is out here and the other two got locked back in the smaller pasture because I was fiddling with the fence. So I'm gonna open that up for him again, and then I'm gonna get the quad and my stuff and head up. Then I'm gonna get cleaned up, and then we got a errand in town to run, and then I'm gonna call it a day because I'm tired. And it is 2 o'clock. I mean, by the time I get home, it'll be dinner, and you know. And then I get up super early because I work the next day. And summer hours, I get up about 4:30 in the morning. So it's not like I can stay up super late. Well, hello, Twister. What's up? You want to come and join us? There you go. You can come join us. Come on. You need your fly mask out, huh? I have to go find them. Warm enough for the bugs.